Okay, this is DragonofEternity and welcome back to World of Warcraft Shadowlands. In the last episode, I went through the final Revendreth storyline. The Master of Lies storyline. So, that's all 4 zones done. So now that Denathrius did this last episode, I guess we need to talk to Renethal and figure out what to do next. And what can this humble so let's see. Do for you today? Prince Renethal, the end of the beginning. Renethal struggles to speak, his wounds evident. I knew Denathrius had hoarded anima, but this is beyond imagining. The jailer will surely use this power to shatter his bonds. Should he break free of them all the realms of death will fall. We must continue to press the fight against Denathrius. Alas, we cannot hope to succeed alone. Return to Oribos with Draven and speak to the honoured voice, Tal Inara. Tell her what you have seen this day and implore her to action. Speak to the voice of the Arbiter, Tal Inara, in Oribos.
I look upon you,
Rose, surging with this flood of anima. I fear nothing will stop the jailer from breaking free.
Denathrius is surely gathering his forces inside Castle Nathria. Unchecked, his loyalists will soon overwhelm us.
we must rally the harvesters at Sinfall while this mortal returns to Oribos. They must be told what transpired here.
I shall escort the Marwalker, my prince. Come, mortal.
Aye. So are we getting a teleport there, or are you just flying me there?
Welcome to the...
I'm ready! I could take you to the closest flight master to Oribos. From there, you should head to Oribos. We must inform the other Covenants of what happened here. The closest flight master to Oribos. So, you're taking me to the very beginning, then? I assume so. So, I didn't get the quest to go in here. Although, technically, it's a side quest level 58, so really, I probably should have picked it up at some point. Ah, well. I'll be covering all of the side quests, so I'll get around to it eventually. So let's see, you're taking me all the way up here. No other dialogue? No? Okie dokie. Head to Oribos, you need to talk to the voice of the Arbiter. I shall meet you there.
Why would anyone walk anywhere?
Why? Why can I suddenly see treasures here? What the? Okay.
Remember, a safe flight is a boring flight.
Okie dokie. So let's talk to Talinara and see what the hell we can do. What can we do? Well, we could always go into Castle Nathria and kick a certain Eternal One's ass. Just putting that out there. When is the raid out? That's a good question. When is it out? I don't know. I don't know. Oh god, so many quests around here. I think. And then hello. Let me check some things real quick. What is... Oh, that's down in the lower area. Okay. Okie dokie. So where's Talinara? Where are they? They're on the bottom section. There's gotta be some more realms that they can add, surely. I mean, there's plenty they can add. It's just whether they do or not. Here's hope for content patches. So let's see. Oh, Broker's Den. So, Talinara. Draven. And you guys. Have we told them the situation yet? No? Okay. Hello.
hear the words.
We have
of
sensed
the
something horrific
arbiters.
has happened. Quickly, tell me everything. The looming dark. It is good you have safely returned from Revendreth. We sensed a betrayal that has shifted the infinite threads of fate. The mole surges with power. We must know the cause. Reveal the jailer's plan.
With her voice
Alright.
have I spoken.
Denathrius caused the anima drought, and has fed his vast stores.
What do you
into
mean
the
he
maw.
caused a drought exactly?
He is in league with the jailer.
Purpose save us all. It is worse than we could have imagined.
It seems the jailer has been pulling the strings of fate on our world as well.
Uh-huh. Pulling the threads of
Armored
fate, you
voice.
say? Oh.
The Eternal Ones have summoned you
Then I
to
must
the
answer
Arbiter's
their
chamber.
call. Come with me, Marwalker. Perhaps they can guide our path.
I thought he was done talking, but no.
Cardelen, bring the Covenant representatives to the Enclave. After the mortal and I have finished, we will convene with you there. With her voice have I spoken.
Blessed be her voice.
As the Arbiter's
Well, that was
voice,
quick.
I heed the call of the Eternal Ones. How may I serve?
The maw grows, surging with power. How did this come to pass?
The evil we believed forever bound has conspired to distract and divide us. The Primus realized the truth, but his warning came too late. I fear he paid a grave price for this knowledge.
You speak for Revendreth. Where is your sire? Where is our brother, Denathrius?
My sire has betrayed us all. The drought was his doing. He stole the very lifeblood of our realms, starving his own people. And yours as well. When his lies were exposed, Denathrius unleashed his vast coffers of anima into the maw to fuel the might of his true master.
Long ago, we stood as one to imprison them. Monster.
With the Primus gone, and Denathrius a traitor, our pantheon has been broken, and doom comes for the Shadowlands.
There is yet hope. This mortal saved me from the maw, and revealed the sire's treachery.
They aided my forest as well. Their kind has shown great potential. If focused, it could turn the tide in our favor.
Agreed. For the good of the Shadowlands, each mortal must choose a covenant.
And when our realms have regained their strength, we will stand together against the darkness.
I will see it done, Eternal Ones. With her voice have I spoken. Come, mortal. The hour of decision is at hand.
The hour of decision, eh? Oh boy, oh boy. I'm not gonna like this.
What might your purpose be?
You have done well. See that you continue to do so. Aye, aye. Choosing your purpose. Each covenant is vital to the Shadowlands. Though they often seem at odds with one another, this too is part of the purpose. All the covenants need to grow strong to face the threat of the jailer, but your efforts cannot be divided. Why not? They must be focused upon a single path. Other mortals may make a different choice, like your alts, or your friends, if you have any. The time has come for you to take a side. Oh boy. Speak to your allies, then make your choice at the map of the Shadowlands before me. Speak to the Covenant, decide how your path is entwined with the purpose. So I gotta pick a Covenant.
Blessed be
Okie
her
dokie.
voice.
Okie dokie. Let's see. Let's start with you then, shall we? Paul Mark Adrestes. Hello.
You wish to be of service?
How may I assist you? Tell me again of the virtues of the Kyrian. Can I take that helmet off? Show mount. Ooh. That's a pretty mount. So let's see. Kyrian Home Bastion. The Kyrian are steadfast guardians of the afterlife who bear the souls of the dead into the Shadowlands. Eternally devoted to duty and service. Only the worthy may enter their ranks. Abilities: Divine Toll and Summon Steward. Soulbinds, you get Pelagos, Clea, who looks like she finally gets wings at some point. And Forgelight Prime Mechanicus. Sanctum feature Path of Ascension, an ancient rite of combat in which you act as a tactical guide for champions of Bastion, testing their mettle against a series of powerful foes. So let's see. Combat Meditation. Divine Toll increases your mastery by an amount for an amount of time and occasionally expels sorrowful memories. Walking through the memories extends this effect. Let's see. Clea. Valiant Strikes. Your critical strikes grant you stacks of Valiant Strikes up to 20. If a nearby party member drops below 50%, you can consume these stacks to heal them for 1% of their max health per stack. After healing this way, you may not benefit from Valiant Strikes for 1 minute. And Mechanicus, Bronze Call to Action. After using 90 damaging or healing spells and abilities, your next spell or ability summons Bron, who knocks enemies back on arrival, and then attacks and heals your targets for 30 seconds. Okay.
Stay true to our eternal
Can I please test the Kyrian Covenant abilities again? So that's a Bell and a Steward. Oh yeah, I picked a Steward, didn't I?
Allow me to help.
I have a special request. I'd like to change my talents. Lovely. Boop.
You are seen.
Could you please set the cooldown on my abilities so I can train further? What adventures await me if I join your covenant? A noble Kyrian faced the dire consequences of the betrayals you witnessed in Bastion. The Forsworn forces threaten to unravel our realm entirely. Your aid will be invaluable if we are to reclaim Bastion and save the Shadowlands.
Remain humble.
Okie dokie, so that's the Kyrian talk too. Let's do this in order of how I went to zones. Secutor Mevix. Hello.
Maldraxxus honors you.
How can I help you, Mawalker? What are the strengths of the Necrolords? Well, that'll be great to have on a Death Knight. Among the Necrolords, strength is rewarded and weakness cast aside. The souls of the ambitious and contentious are forged into an immortal army charged with the defense of the Shadowlands. And let's see, I get Vanquisher's Hammer, which deals shadow damage, and empowering my next Templar's Verdict to automatically trigger Divine Storm. So that's my single target will trigger my AoE. And Fleshcraft, which gives me a shield. Let's see, my soul binds are the Plague guy. Using Fleshcraft with nearby corpses consumes their essences entirely, granting a benefit based on the creature's type. Alright. MNE? Which one is... Oh, I see, that's a different person. Led by example, Vanquisher's Hammer increases your strength by 5%, and up to 4 nearby allies' primary stats by 2% for 5 seconds. You gain 2 additional strength for each ally affected. And Bonesmith Hymir. Forge... I nearly said something else besides Forgebone. Forgebone Reveries, or Reveries even. And I said Boneforge, I think. So let's see, your strength and armor are increased by 1% for each enchantment on your armor up to 3%. Upon death, your armor anchors your soul, allowing you to fight for an additional 10 seconds. During this time, your damage and healing done is reduced by 50% and you cannot receive healing. And then Sanctum feature Abomination Factory. This nexus of the Maldraxian art of flesh crafting allows you to construct new companions to join you on your adventures across the Shadowlands. And that's the mount. Well, that honestly sounds terrifying. I can't wait to join it on my death knight. Can I test the Necrolord Covenant abilities again? Alright. Oh, I still have those. Nice. So that gets me a shield. I'm sure that'll be good for tanks. And then that will do some damage and trigger a free AoE. Alright, what adventures await if I join your covenant? The ambitions of the Necrolords face a threat of extinction at our own hand. Should you once again join your strength to ours, we will fight together to forge the desperate fragments into an army capable of challenging fate itself. So you want to unify the 5 houses. Okie dokie. Let's see, third one is... Hang on. Before I check out the third one, what are you two?
Everything is negotiable.
Against overwhelming odds, slay 25 horde. Obtain honor in the epic battlegrounds. That's PvP. Okay, I ain't dealing with that. I ain't dealing with PvP. Right then, Lady Moonberry, how you doing?
Sorry, did you need something?
Remind me of the Night Fae. And for that I get wood. Wooden armor. Okay. So let's see, Night Fae Ardenweald. The Night Fae tend to fall in nature spirits who slumber within the tranquil forest. Those with a deep bond to nature may join their cause, ensuring that the rejuvenated spirits can one day rejoin the eternal cycle. So, wooden armor and a goat. Okay. So let's see, abilities. Blessing of Summer turns into autumn, then turns into winter, and then turns into, I think, summer again? I don't think it does spring. And Soul Shape is basically like, yeah, get increased speed or something like that. So let's see, Nia, who's voiced by Makoto from Persona 5. Cherami Lee, I think. Grove Invigoration, healing or dealing damage, has a chance to grant you a stack of Redirected Anima. Redirected Anima increases your maximum health by 1% and your mastery by 25%, or by 25, just by 25, for 30 seconds, and stacks overlap. Blessing of Seasons grant you 6 stacks of Redirected Anima. You get Dreamweaver, who gets you Pod Tender. When you take damage that would kill you, instead rejuvenate within a Wild Seed, regaining 30% of health over 10 seconds. If the Wild Seed takes more than 11,000 damage during this time, you die. This effect may only occur once every 10 minutes. And Corain. So let's see, Wild Hunt Tactics. Your damage to targets above 75% health and healing to targets below 35% health is increased by 10%. When your spells and abilities are enhanced this way, you gain 15% increased movement speed for 5 seconds. And Sanctum feature the Queen's Conservatory, a sacred garden where you may nurture the wild seeds of powerful lost souls and prepare them for rebirth. Okie dokie.
Never a dull moment with you.
So let's see, can I please test the abilities? So like that. And then I get to be a Vulpin with increased movement speed. And I think you can change which soul shape you can be. I think it's like certain drops from dungeons and quests and stuff. I think. Don't quote me. So that's a thing.
You could probably use a little help.
What adventures await me if I join your covenant? As you have seen with your own eyes, the groves of Ardenweald are dying. As each great celestial tree falls, our queen's desperation grows. The queen and her court of night know your strength. Help us restore balance to Ardenweald.
Always a pleasure.
Okie dokie, and finally, General Draven. Hello.
Revendreth must be restored.
How could the Venthyr benefit me? God, that armor. You got gargoyles everywhere, you got bad features. And for a mount, you get this guy. So let's see. The Venthyr are aristocratic overseers of souls, burdened with excessive pride and wickedness. They guide troubled souls upon the rigorous path to atonement, harvesting anima to keep their realm strong. So that's the abilities. You get Ashen Hollow, which Makes enemies take damage. Allies can be healed. And you may use Hammer of Wrath on the Paladin, and its damage is increased. And you get Door of Shadows, which lets you have like a teleport. So let's see, Soulbinds. Nadia the Mistblade, who I saw in the first storyline of Revendreth. Thrillseeker. While in combat, you gain a stack of Thrillseeker every 2 seconds or 4 stacks on killing an enemy. At 40 stacks, Thrillseeker is consumed to grant you Euphoria, increasing your haste by a lot for 10 seconds. What's my dog trying to do? Are you waking up? Are you trying to leave the room? Do you smell bacon downstairs? Is that why you're leaving me room? You want bacon? Good luck trying to have some. There you go, buddy. Now stay in my room for the rest of the video, please. So, let's see. Thrillseeker decays rapidly while you're in hard combat. Okay. Fietor the Mad Duke. Oh boy, we get him as a soulbind. Soothing Shade. Your spells and abilities have a chance to call Tubbins and Gubbins to your side for 12 seconds. Powerless Soul in hand. Standing in the shaded area grants you mastery. Alright, and finally, General Draven himself. Service and Stone. Damage taken below 40%. Health is reduced by 10%. Upon death, you leave a stone husk behind, which shatters after 3 seconds, inflicting 100% of your maximum health in damage split among nearby enemies, and healing for 100% of your maximum health split among nearby allies. Alright. Honestly, Thrillseeker sounds like the best one. And Sanctum feature, the Ember Court. Help rebuild Prince Renethald's influence through the most venerated of Venfia traditions, throwing amazing parties. Make party preparations and recruit the right staff to impress each week's VIP guests. That sounds hilarious. Alright, can I please test the Covenant abilities? So, Ashen Hollow for Red Paladins is a giant AoE, which lets you use Hammer of Wrath and deals damage to people and heals people. Okay. And Door of Shadows is a teleport. And I found out last video you can potentially do some parkour with it. So let's see. What adventures await me if I join your Covenant? The road to redemption for Revendreth is a long one, but the Dark Prince of Sinful is ready to walk it. You have already helped us take the first steps on this journey. Now we must endeavour to wrest control of Revendreth from the clutches of the Master and his loyalists.
My kind require purpose, not peace.
Okie dokie, so I gotta choose my Covenant. Oh boy. Would you like to be Kyrian? Would you like to be Venfia? Would you like to be Necrolord? Or would you like to be Night Fae? Oh boy. Now, I have a plan of what to do here, because I want to show off all the storylines. Personally, if I wasn't recording all these stories, I'd probably pick Venfia. But, for my Draenei Paladin, I'll be picking Kyrian. And on my Blood Elf Paladin, I'll be picking Venfia. On my DK, I'll be picking Necrolord. And on my Hunter, I'll be picking Night Fae. So, I can do these 2 storylines immediately. I can record them. But I'm going to need to level 2 level 50s to level 60s to do these storylines. So, yeah, I do want to get through them all eventually. So, for Mariashna, the Draenei Paladin, we're going Kyrian. This is an important choice, but can be changed later. Are you sure you wish to join the Kyrian? Yes. You join the Covenant Kyrian. Lovely.
Trust in the
All is as expected. Trust always in the Arbiter's plan.
Your path is chosen.
Choosing your purpose. Lovely.
All will be judged fairly.
So that was pledge your allegiance to one of the Covenants in Shadowlands. And then this is the campaign for the Covenant then. Let's see if I can find it. It's not here, is it? No. Let's see. What would it be under? It would be under quest, wouldn't it? Quest, Shadowlands, side quest, Lawmaster, Covenant campaign. Yeah, there's a lot of Covenant campaigns to do, and I guess if you wanted all of the achievement points on one character, you could theoretically go through all 4 Covenants after you beat each one. Although God knows how long that would take you.
Do you need a task?
Among the Kyrian. So,
We all serve a great
yeah, I'm not sure which Covenant I want to do first. Do I hop on my Blood Elf and go through the final storyline to get to this point again, or do I continue the Kyrian on my Paladin, on my Draenei Paladin? Oh boy. Well, I think I should decide that next time. So, I think with that, viewers, I'm going to end this video here. So, this has been DragonofEternity going through more World of Warcraft Shadowlands. In this video, I returned to Oribos. I saw the meeting of the Covenants. I checked out what their purpose and abilities are, and I chose a Covenant for myself. So in the next video, I might hop onto the Blood Elf Paladin to start the Venthyr Covenant, because I want to get through those first. Yeah, I'll see about getting through the Covenants and then maybe sort out the side quests, seeing there's still a lot of those to go through. So, yeah, I guess with that planned out, viewers, with my rambling hopefully now done, until next time.